Cardiovascular disease is the leading cause of death in WA. Sadly, today, 11 people will die from cardiovascular disease. 4,300 people will die every year, and over 100,000 people will be hospitalised for cardiovascular disease. It's also the most costly burden. It's costing Western Australians more than $880 million per year in healthcare expenditure. We have unique issues in Western Australia. We're the largest state. People in remote regions are twice as likely to need to be hospitalised for a cardiovascular event. And our Indigenous people are even more disadvantaged because they're often remote as well. And they have at least 70% increased risk of dying from cardiovascular disease and 2 to 3 more times likely to die from a heart attack than non-Indigenous people. The Victor Chang Cardiac Research Institute has a proud history for more than 2 decades of making discoveries, understanding how to better treat pregnant women so that they don't develop congenital heart disease. They're also identifying ways to determine risk of people that might develop sudden cardiac death. And they're also doing things to help develop the viability or increase the viability of hearts for transplantation. In my team, in the Ben Beale Laboratory, we're working on a number of projects. Some of those projects have to do with impacting that sudden cardiac death. So we work on a calcium channel known as the L-type calcium channel. We're understanding more about mutations in that channel and how it actually leads to conditions such as long QT syndrome or sudden cardiac death. We're studying a genetic or familial disease known as hypertrophic cardiomyopathy. It's also known as the big heart syndrome, and it's probably as common as 1 in 200 of us, and it's the leading cause of sudden cardiac death in 5 to 15-year-olds. We have identified a novel pathway that's helped us to understand how this calcium channel regulates the energetics, and as a result, I have designed a therapeutic that's a first-in-class therapeutic that completely prevents the development of the disease. When we take that to the clinic, it will impact families considerably. Being able to use both the facilities in Sydney and here at UWA is absolutely beneficial to us to accelerate our discoveries. It definitely is helping us to move forward and make those discoveries and impact the burden much faster. We have big plans for the future. The space that we have for the Ben Beale Laboratory is just not adequate. It's far too small. We want to grow capacity here in Western Australia. We want to co-locate with one of our group leaders. Dr. Lee Nedkoff is an epidemiologist. She does wonderful work mining big data so she can understand the burden of the disease here in Western Australia. It also helps us to inform policy to government, to increase policy around prevention. So we have wonderful supporters. We have the group of heart that support the Ben Beale Laboratory, but we've also had fantastic support from Woodside and Wesfarmers. Without their support, we would not be able to make these discoveries. And I am certain that with our combined efforts, we will be able to make the new discoveries, the new treatments, and impact the burden of disease so that the hearts and lives of Western Australians are improved and beyond.